Hi Scorpio, welcome to my channel. My name is Ken. So today, Scorpio, for your meditative session, I got the self card number 14. Honestly, I feel like what I'm getting right away is like, it's like how to manifest. Like, it's like how to, and then like they have a book for everything. It's like how to, I feel like the how to is how to manifest. It's like, I don't know if you're asking me or someone's asking you, and I'm getting like in the combo. You know what I mean? It's like, well, how do you manifest? And I feel like it's like half and half. I think like some of you guys know what you're doing, and I think a lot of you guys might just be like beginning to like manifest. But I feel like the answer is like in this card, right? It's like, first of all, I feel like it's not about time, right? With the leaves changing color, it's like you can't put like a timeline on a manifestation. Like you can't be like, I want this tomorrow. Do you know what I'm saying? Like this shit doesn't work like that. Like that's like something you really need to understand. And then I think that once you like let go of that, like let go of the 3D constructs of like time and whatever the ego and 3D like say it's important, that's like the opposite of what this is. Like this is literally like a clear like channeling, I feel like, from the heart and the soul, right? It's like it's just something we're calling for from within, and our soul is like love, right? And like acceptance, love, like authenticity, like all these like good words. And I feel like that's like where you manifest from. And like also like a relaxation too. I read something, it's like when you meet like your divine partner, your soulmate, you don't feel like you don't feel nervous around them, you feel calm. And that's kind of like all I'm thinking about here. It's like, and I don't know if that shit's true about like the divine partners, like I don't know if that's exactly true. But yeah, I mean, I kind of get what they're saying, and I think that's kind of what they're saying here. It's like when you're manifesting, it's supposed to be something calm. It's not supposed to be something out of like anxiety or fear or like, So yeah, Scorpio, a lot about like manifestation. Maybe manifestations will be coming in the fall. Again, it is a time of harvest. It's the fall. But yeah, let's go more into this. I love this, Scorpio. So, Scorpio, I feel like I have a lot of messages for you guys, but the main thing that I'm seeing is like a multiplication, like a manifestation, like things coming. Like when something is multiplied a lot, right? Like it's like you're not going to get one, but you're going to not only get two, you're going to get three. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like there's something here with the threes. We have the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, the 3 of Wands. We have every single 3 out here. The Youth is also a 3. Right? So what the 3s like say to me, I think it again has to do with like manifestation, but I think it also has to do with like when you put in the work, you get the reward type deal, right? Like it's like, again, it's like fruition. It's like you don't get 1, you don't get 2, you get 3. Like I just feel like something really like beautiful coming for you guys. But I think or maybe it's like something you're trying to create, right? Like a manifestation. Like for everybody, you're at a different time. Like, you know what I mean? Timelines are different for everybody. But it's like the main principle here of like manifestation, we were talking about it, right? And it's like, I think something like the important you need to know is like the hard work that goes into a manifestation, meaning like the hard work of alignment, right? Because like the best way to align is aligned. The best way to manifest is aligned, right? Like with your goals, like your head and your heart and your soul and everything is like going towards one goal, right? So that alignment causes like an ease, right? So it's like, of course, it's much easier for manifestation to come in when you're aligned. And that's what I'm getting with this like emotions and intellect and 11. I just think that the reason that you might have been imbalanced, or for some of you who are unbalanced, or you're wondering like where's the alignment, I think it has a lot to do with like the emotions, the heart, right? And maybe some sort of loss in love, because we have the Ace of Cups in reverse here, right? So I feel like here there might have been like a loss of a soulmate, right? With the Two of Cups and the Ten of Wands. And I feel like you might be like starting out again, right? Because we're ending with the Page of Swords and the Youth card, and they look very similar to me, right? Like they're literally the exact same card in like different decks. I know one's a Page and one's the Youth, but it's like the same concept, right? The same, someone's going out, someone's setting out, right? And I feel like that's what you're doing now. It's like after this tough cycle, maybe after a loss, you're coming in again. And I feel like that's for some of you, it's like if you're starting again, you're starting new, then it's like you have to know that this is kind of the way to do it, right? This alignment, this is the way to like create, right? And I think whatever might have tripped you in the past, it had to do like with a love that was lost, right? And like some sort of wish fulfillment. And I still think like that's possible for you, right? Like maybe that's what you're manifesting, like wish fulfillment in your life. And it's like, it is possible for you, even though the Ace here is in reverse. I feel like because you're ending with the Page of Swords, it's like you're already ready to start out again with the Youth, the beginning and the end. You're beginning and ending the same way, right? So even if you began the cycle with someone and it ended up poorly, you're given the chance to start again, right? Like they're rewinding the clock for you so you can start all over again. So it doesn't really matter like what happened in that old cycle, because it's like now that you're given the opportunity to find again, to start again, you're going to find the wish fulfillment that you're looking for, and it comes with alignment, and it has a lot to do with your heart, right? It has a lot to do with your heart. A lot of cups here, right? There's like two ways. I was looking at the number 3 because like, you got so many 3s, and I was like, does this, like, what else does this mean? Like, to me, it kind of means the divine is with you. So I feel like another thing that could be happening is like, in order to reach this manifestation and this alignment, in order to like get what you want, right, you have to kind of yield to a higher power, right? Like there's not as much control as you think there is, but maybe that's not such a bad thing, right? Like maybe the release of some sort of control in your life and like leaving it to somebody higher, like the divine, can help you, can benefit you again with like manifesting. And so another thing I was reading about 3s was like, if you have the life path number 3, it was saying how you're a very creative soul, but your problem could be like losing the will to finish. And I got that, I think, with Cancer. So if you have Cancer in your chart, you should look at that, because it was something about like you're at the end of the race, like, you know, you're at the end of the jog and then you don't finish. It's like you start off, right? You start out and then you don't, like, as you go on, you have like you have trouble continuing, right? That's what I'm getting with this 5 of Cups. It's like as you're like setting out, you start off like great and you have this new like endeavor that you want to go out for or whatever, and then there's somewhere in between that you like lose like hope or faith, or like you change your mind, right? And that's what I'm getting with this. It's like if you can be aligned, then you won't have a problem with that in your life. Like if you're someone who likes to start things a lot and then doesn't finish them, then this reading is definitely for you, because it's saying like you don't have to remain in that energy. Like you have to become aligned so that that doesn't happen to you anymore. Right? Like it's all good to like be very creative and start, but then it's like if you don't finish, then you never. It's like it's exactly this. It's like you're literally putting your blood into the soil, right, with the seeds, and then you're never coming back to the forest. Do you know what I'm saying? There's something here about that's like the way I think you work. It's like you create these beautiful things, or you start them and then you're leaving them, right? And I think that has to do with this imbalance, right? maybe from the loss that you've experienced in your life in the past with like a soulmate. Definitely was a soulmate with the Two of Cups here, and the Ace of Cups, right, in reverse. A soulmate that like something didn't work out, and I feel like that could be a reason why you like, you know, you still have some healing to do, or there's still some trauma where it's like you're being guided maybe now to release the control, right? It's like when you're able to become aligned and release control, accept the divine, like, do you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of steps, right, to becoming this self-guard. This isn't an easy energy to like be in. But it's like once you're able to be in this energy, I feel like that's when you can really create something with your life, like something different than what you have, right? Like, again, it's like you're planting the seeds, but you're not staying for the forest. And then you go to another barren place and you plant seeds there. But again, it's like every place you go to is super barren. You're putting a lot of energy into something and you're putting a lot of time into something. So it's kind of like, why leave it? Right? Like you go out to another barren area. I feel like it has a lot to do with like your need to be needed. Right? Because it's like once you finish your task, right? Like you're done planting the seeds. Like let's just say you're the only person that can plant these seeds. You go to a spot and you're like, people are so thankful to see you there. They're so happy that you're there. They like welcome you. They guide you. Like they're like, yeah, I'm so happy you're here. And then you feel like, oh, they don't need me anymore. You know, or like there's something here where you're like this dynamic where it's like you'd rather run away than stay in like a town, right? And like I think it's like scary for you, right? To like you like to feel needed, like you like to feel wanted, so you'd rather move from place to place. It's like once they start to see who you really are, I feel like you think that you're gonna be like they're gonna see through you, right? It's like you come with this like really big presentation and like, I'm gonna plant all these seeds and like I'm gonna help you guys out, and everyone sees you as like this hero. And then it's like before you get the chance, like you don't want them to see your vulnerabilities, right? You don't want them to see like anything else about you. So like you want them to keep that in their head, right? Like at least like they saw me this way, right? And like they'll remember me this way. And that's how you want people to remember you. You don't want people to see you for like, you know, like let's just say you get sick one day. You'd rather be alone having no one to like comfort you because you don't want someone to see like you're vulnerable. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm getting with this reading. It's like you move from like place to place to place. You create. Like you don't want to feel vulnerable. You don't want people to see your vulnerabilities because you don't want, it's like if they see who you really are, they might not you're not like, you're scared that they'll see the real you, and like for some reason that scares you. I think somebody might have saw the real you and it ended up in tragedy, so it's kind of led you to some sort of like mechanism where like there's unhealed like trauma here, right? So it's like every time you want to like open up or start again, you start off well, then you decide to leave. Like you don't put in you don't end it, right? And I think that's what you're being guided to change, right? And I feel like they're really trying to guide you, right? With the crone here. I think the crone is like, it's like you have to accept that darkness as well. You have to accept, I'm pretty sure she was like really big in Cancer. If you have Cancer chart, you should watch Cancer. But yeah, it's like she wants to lead you to like a new path, right? And maybe that path has a lot to do with like completing and celebrating. It's like you'll like live a life of loneliness if you don't know how to like heal this, right? It's like you'll be alone. That's what I'll say. It's like you won't form a real relationship with someone because unless you're able to show like your vulnerabilities or complete a task, you know what I'm saying, or go through to the very end and not stop in the middle, right? And that's like really important in what you want to create, right? Like for your life, because I feel like you want to create all these beautiful things and you're wondering like why it's not really possible, like why it hasn't been coming. And I think it has a lot to do with this, like everything I've been saying, like in order to manifest, and also like being able to complete something by letting people see who you really are, not being afraid that like someone's going to leave you once they see who you are. Like maybe you had a bad experience in the past, but it's like that has to be healed so that you can move forward. So yeah, Scorpio, let's pull some advice for you guys. So Scorpio, you guys got dog spirit, number 19, making it 10. Be loyal to what you love. I feel like this has a lot to do with yourself, right? It's like give yourself more credit, right? Like give yourself, for those of you who like to like not show your vulnerabilities and you're afraid for someone to actually see you for who like you are, and you'd rather like them see like that presentation of you than like, you know, it's like kind of someone who like leaves relationships, right? Because like they get really deep and they like, you know, people are like, oh, like I just want to like fool around, I don't want to get serious, but it's like, you know, they're too scared to get serious, like because they've been hurt. It's not like, you know what I mean, it's healing and trauma that they haven't done all them, like, you know, healing that trauma from the past. So again, it's like be loyal to yourself, like understand that this is a new beginning for you, right? With the divine, the cosmic egg, the divine feminine, I hold the universe within me. I'm a force of an ever-expanding love. Like, love yourself for who you are, and love yourself no matter if like someone left you, you know, in the past. Again, it's not important. It's what's important is that you love yourself, right? And I feel like you're being given a new chance to start again with the Page of Swords and the Youth. You're being given a chance to do things like, you know, it's like kind of like if it's like we're gonna go with this town analogy. It's like you're not gonna leave the town anymore. You're gonna find a town and you're gonna stay there. You know what I'm saying? There's no more leaving the towns and like going from town to town. It's like, let's try to find home, right? And that involves like believing in yourself, being loyal to yourself, knowing what you deserve, right? And not letting somewhat like a past experience help like falter that confidence that you have within yourself to create, and that you are loved and that you are like a beautiful soul, right? And all this will help you align and create the life that you desire. But again, it's like that was what's kind of was in the way. And with Lilith, the first woman, it's reminding me again, like one, beginnings, right? I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. I think it's like you're wondering where these manifestations are. You're wondering like why it is hard for you to create. And that the reason is all the things we've said, right? The misalignment, the trauma, right? Like the jumping around to not, you know, feel some, you know, get too caught up in some like place because it's too hard for you to like face like a rejection again. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I understand it takes time to heal. It's not like a one-day process. It's painful and it's hard, but you're being given a chance to start again, right? So start again authentically from who you are, right? Like if you're a dork, you're a dork. Like let them see that. Do you know what I'm saying? There's someone that's going to be loyal to you. There's someone that's going to love that about you. And there's someone that's going to stick around, right? And be like that person. You know how Lilith, like, she left Adam because she was like, I deserve better, right? And maybe you felt like you deserved better in an old cycle and you left this person. Like, again, there's a lot of things that could have happened here, but the main message is like, you deserve the best. And like, it doesn't matter what's happening now, right? Like, I mean, it doesn't matter what's happened in the past. What matters is what's happening now. And you have the chance to start anew. You have a chance to start again with like love and living a authentic life. So I know you got this, Scorpio. I love you guys. I hope this message resonates, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.